Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. So today we're getting into this PowerSmart mower. First time I've ever seen one of these in person. There's a lot of mixed reviews in these things online, but this one's got the 170cc engine on it. And I picked this one up off the curb 2 days ago. So it's exactly the way I picked it up. And it looks like it's got maybe some recoil problems. But we are going to get you set up and see if we can't fix this thing. And if not, figure out why they trashed it. All right, so we got to untie this thing and see if we got recoil problem or if they just tie that up to stick it on the curb. No idea. Got quite the knot in here. Come on. All right. Oh, well, pulls over. Yeah, we're moved up on more of a level surface, and you can tell this thing's like super flimsy. I don't know if these bolts are just undersized or they need to be tightened, but the handlebar's super loose. And I guess we'll check the basics. Gas and air filter, oil. That's full right up to the top. Air filter, like a foam type. Two? Yeah, there's two different ones, both foam. Check oil. I think there's supposed to be a dipstick in there. In that slot. It's supposed to be like that. How do we check if oh god, look at that. Let me get a screwdriver and we'll see if there's any oil in it. Okay. That went to the bottom of the crank case and it's empty. I wonder if they ran this thing without oil. I was looking around and the I couldn't find a year on this thing except for like the emissions label on the back that said 2020. So this thing isn't even, worst case, 4 years old. So let me I might actually try to, hopefully that dipstick part isn't in the engine. I'll have to see if my magnet will fit through there. If not, we'll put some oil in it and see if it'll start up. Okay, this one might be small enough to fit through there. I guess the only way to know for sure is to take the engine off, take the sump off, but I'm not sure I want to do that on this one. I can't feel anything. I'm thinking that this is a metal insert in this dipstick. And hopefully it didn't just drop in. So this is a magnet, and now all that is metallic sludge. Wow. Yeah. You get it sticking on there. Okay. Well, you guys want me to pour that out and see what was in it? Let me get a container. All right, let me move this thing and tilt this over. Let's see what's in here. All right, look at that. Sludgy and really gray. Not sure how good that's coming through on camera. I think someone ran this thing without oil. Let me get some waste oil, or used oil, not waste. And we'll fill this up and see if it'll turn over. But look at all the metallic bits on my fingers from that. Okay, so we don't have the important part of the dipstick still there, so I had no idea how much oil to put in, so I had to look that up online quick. They do actually have a decent owner's manual, I guess, and it's supposed to take 17 ounces. So I've got some decent used oil here. We'll fill that up. Might need to get a different funnel, but we'll fill that up and we'll give it a shot. All right, this one's better. I think they ship these empty of oil, so the fact that there was any in there leads me to believe that they did fill it, but maybe that dipstick metal part got sucked in and it started using oil. So I'm fully expecting this thing to probably be knocking. So let me move you back and we'll start it. Oh, and it might be hard to see, but there was like 4 ounces in there. All right, what do you guys think? Yikes. Really clanky. It runs though, surprisingly. They threw out a running machine. All right, let me record a clip without using the mic so you can hear the engine a little bit better. Yeah, not great. All right, I got a clamp. I'm going to clamp the bail bar and just run it and see if it blows up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, I think it's time to call it quits on this one. It's knocking like crazy, and if you leave it sit, the oil that is in it fills the top end and then blows out of the exhaust when you start it up, kind of like you saw. So I'm not sure if that's caused by that dipstick coming apart and falling in the engine. That's kind of a poor design to have that kind of crimped into the plastic if it's a metal rod on the end of it. That could certainly do that damage and cause what we're seeing here, or could just be poor maintenance, lack of oil, who knows. But let me show you guys the part numbers if you're interested. DB2194PR is the model number. And the reason why I said 2020 is there's a 2020 California emissions certification on it. So it's at least that old. It could even be newer. Could be a couple years old instead of 4, but time of filming 2024. This thing's only at maximum 4 years old, and made in China. So out of my own curiosity, I checked to see if that dipstick was even available, and every online source I could find was out of stock, manufacturer back order. So that's probably why a lot of these things are hitting the curb, because there's just no part support or support in general for it, is kind of what I'm hearing. So kind of unfortunate, because this machine's like $350 on their website, and I'm not sure someone would pick this over like a standard Murray from Home Depot that sells for $300 now. I mean, this one is only a standard push, so I just don't get the mentality there. But if you guys have one of these PowerSmart machines and had a good experience with it, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear, some positive feedback on these things. I kind of only see the negatives, and unfortunately this video is probably going to contribute to that, but if you have some good feedback, let me know. But we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.